I'm David Barnes, and I was the trip leader of this trip for the Otago Tramp Mountaineering Club. We planned it as a spring trip that involved quite a decent hit out of walk and not too far to drive. So here we are at the top of the motorway, and we took a wander down the Waititi Valley Road and headed into the Burns track. It's a real gem of a little track because it gives you easy and direct access to the Silver Peaks without having to drive all the way around Double Hill. My father got annoyed with having to drive us to High Top when we lived in Pine Hill. It was a 5-minute drive to dump us at the top of the motorway. So I think in the late 70s, my brother and my friends and I probably kept the Burns track open by repeatedly walking it. So, yeah.
It's got very bad gorse on it as well. That's a real feature of Burns track.
Well, not anymore.
It's well cut. It's really well maintained.
I mean, I've gone up occasionally and chopped a little bit of gorse back. It's generally not doing too bad at the moment. Again, because it's accessible, the volunteer groups who like to go and cut and clear tracks are probably more likely to go there than somewhere a long way off. So through the Burns track onto the Swampy Ridge, and then we get onto Green Ridge. And just before you get to the Green Hut, there's an obscure marker track on the left and takes you up onto Green Gauge Spur. The top of Green Gauge Spur's got quite extensive views down towards the Tyree and up to Pulpit Rock, and it's really quite a nice place to have lunch.
So this is a new track?
A guy called Bill Wilson cut it a few years ago. But I think this one's actually really added to the network of tracks. It makes a good round trip onto Swampy or a round trip using Powder Ridge and the Raceman's track. So, I really enjoy it. I've done this loop a few times now.
The Silver String is quite rugged in the bottom.
Yeah, it's a bit of a clamber across. I wouldn't be doing this trip if there'd been quite a bit of rain recently. That crossing could get quite gnarly if there'd been 2 or 3 days of persistent easterly drizzle.
And Rain Gauge Spur, we're now on Rain Gauge Spur?
Yeah, Rain Gauge Spur, of course, is one of the tracks that the DCC developed around the water race network a few years ago at Mark. So after a bit of a clamber up from the Silver String, you actually join the more formal Rain Gauge Spur track and past the end of the Rollinson's track and onto the place they call the Elbow on the Swampy Access Road. And although it's a road, there's no vehicles on it because there's a lock gate down below. And drop down with the last little climb of the day onto the Trigger Swampy Spur. And you plummet back down to where we started from. I think we were about 7.5 hours to do that loop in the car. It's about 18 kilometres as a round trip, and certainly a couple of big climbs in it. Particularly the big drop off. You drop into the Silver Street for about an hour going down Green Gauge Spur. Probably climb up at least as far on the other side. Certainly everybody seemed to have felt like they'd done a day's walk, and I did hear 1 or 2 people were a bit stiff the next morning.